Strategic planning is a critical step, or dot as I like to say, as we connect the dots from our mission to execution. The situational analysis is that starting point for developing our strategy. It allows understanding and insight into our present situation and with future forecasting. We're going to spend some time looking in the mirror and some time looking into a crystal ball. Welcome to The Connector Life, which is a blog and podcast to inspire innovation, strategy, and career development in pharmacy and in healthcare. I'm your host, Kimber Booth. I'm a pharmacist, healthcare leader, and entrepreneur. I help pharmacists strategically advocate for roles and resources to advance practice and accelerate joyful, engaging careers. Connectors are those experts at connecting and uniting people, knowledge, and resources, and their success stems from bringing a level of energy and clarity for themselves and others. Let's do this. Today, we will talk about the methods to conduct a situational analysis and the sources of information that are needed. A quote by Will Rogers summarizes why ongoing situational analysis is important. Even if you're on the right track, you'll get run over if you just sit there. There are 3 steps in the situational analysis, and they include choosing the situational analysis framework, collecting your data, and conducting a systematic assessment. Brainstorming is great in the planning process, but it is critical to be organized and, yes, strategic in what information we look at to conduct the situational analysis, so nothing important is missed. Let's look at the situational analysis frameworks for step 1. These frameworks allow you to think comprehensively at all aspects that can impact your business and assess the sources of data in an organized fashion. One of the most commonly used is the Swot analysis, but there are others that can be useful. Let's talk about those factors that are included in these frameworks. You know the SWOT, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. There's perspectives, which has financial, customer, internal processes, and organizational capacity. The PESTLE has political, economic, social, tech, legal, and environmental. Porter's 5 forces has competitive rivalry, the threat of new entrants, threat of substitution, power of the customer, and power of suppliers. And finally, the 5 C's, where you look at company, customer, collaborators, competition, and context. I like to use organizational department-specific items too. If you do choose to use your SWOT, you want to keep in mind some of those factors from the other frameworks. Like from PESTLE, you can use the framework aspect to include in your SWOT. This is what I like to do. And I also add pharmacy-specific items to the framework that is specific to our industry. Next is the sources of data. The sources used, of course, is going to depend on your industry, and I'm going to focus on healthcare and pharmacy today. You want to think broadly. What do I need to know to help analyze my situation? You're going to use internal data, benchmarks, and organization department metrics, such as your quality, volume, productivity, financial, and feedback from your stakeholders and staff. You're going to then use assessments, plans, and forecasts, and you're going to compile these from internal and external sources of information. You're going to use your organization strategic plan, your pharmacy enterprise assessment, forecasts such as the ASHP or American Hospital Association, your quality measure inventory, medical specialties, and the practice advancement self-assessment. The final step is that systematic assessment. Once you have all of those sources of information, you're going to conduct that systematic assessment, and I like to answer the following questions to assess each piece of information. 1, is this applicable to my organization? Yes or no? Secondly, what is my assessment? Is it already fully implemented, partially implemented, known opportunity? Do I need to evaluate it further? Am I not interested? But if I am going to add it to my strategic plan, I say yes or no, and then in what year? Adding the year will allow you to start the prioritization process that will be continued in your strategy development phase. You'll be able to choose future years, which I think takes some pressure off and allows you to think about a longer-term plan. I hope this has helped provide perspectives on the situational analysis. There are those 3 steps to the analysis: doing the framework, collecting your data, and doing your systematic assessment. SWOT is one of the most common frameworks, but there are other tools that can be added. After you complete your situational analysis, then you'll move on to developing your strategies, goals, and objectives. You'll be able to visit blog 13 to talk more about that. If you want to go deeper, check out my Pharmavation course at kimberbooth.com/pharmavation, which is a facilitated implementation program that provides additional templates and examples and opportunity to obtain feedback on your analysis. In this week's blog post at kimberbooth.com/13, you're going to be able to access a free blog download with a template. You can use this tool to combine and compile your own situational analysis, looking in the mirror and looking into a crystal ball. Join the conversation at kimberbooth.com. Sign up for my email where I'll share information that I don't share anywhere else. So now it's your turn. Let us know if you've conducted a situational analysis before and which aspects you enjoyed the most and which actions you're going to take. Be bold, be a connector and pharmaveator, and excel your life in advanced pharmacy practice. Thank you.